I'm Brian Harper with Harper's Country Hams, and we have a real treat for you today using our country ham pieces. We're going to make country ham and cornbread casserole. This is a Martha White recipe that's used with their cornmeal self-rising, and the recipe is actually right on the back of the package. We'll also post it under the video so you can read through the instructions and the amounts that you'll need. But the ingredients you need are country ham pieces. We're going to use 2 cups of cooked country ham in the recipe, so you'll probably need 2 of our 12-ounce packs or 1 of our larger packs. We have a 1.5 pound pack in our Harper brand and a 2-pound pack in our Southern Tradition brand. Also, you'll need a small can of sweet corn cream style, a small can of Mexicorn, which is whole kernel corn with red and green bell peppers, of course Martha White self-rising cornmeal mix. We're going to need green onions, Eggland's Best cage-free eggs or eggs of your choice, butter, Crisco original non-stick cooking spray, buttermilk, and then at the end we're going to top it off with a little cheddar cheese. Now we have a 9-inch circle pan that we're going to cook it in, and you can also use a muffin pan, which will allow you to serve the casserole as individual muffin size servings. So let's get started. We're going to start by cutting our country ham into small pieces. The recipe calls for 2 cups of chopped country ham. Our country ham pieces are rather large, which makes them so versatile for so many different things. But of course, when you chop them up, they make great omelets. They're great for seasoning all kinds of vegetables. And as we're going to see today, they're great in cornbread casserole. Alright, we've got our 2 cups of chopped ham pieces, and if you'll notice, Harper's ham pieces don't have a lot of fat on them, and you don't want a lot of fat in the casserole, so if you buy another brand you may have to trim the fat out, but you just want the lean meat. And now we're going to brown that just a little bit before we mix the ingredients together. We're going to lightly brown our country ham pieces on the skillet. These are really going to cook in the casserole, so they don't really need a lot of cooking. We're just going to brown them a little bit. Probably about 1.5 to 2 minutes is all it will take. Now if you have a cooked country ham and you have leftovers from where you've had a meal, you can also use that. It's a great way to use up leftovers from a big family dinner. Alright, that's about 1.5 minutes, and that's all that we need to do to get our country ham pieces ready. Now we need a 1/2 cup of chopped green onions, now we're ready to start adding our ingredients. We'll start out with 1 cup Martha White self-rising cornmeal, 1/2 cup of onions, 2 cups cooked country ham, our Mexican corn with peppers, our cream corn, our 2 whipped large eggs, one really important tip in the kitchen is to start with a pan that's plenty big to mix all your ingredients in. We didn't. So now that we've got a large pan, we're going to put the last ingredient before cooking here, and that's a 1/2 stick of butter. which equates to 1/4 cup. So we've got all our ingredients in. We're going to mix those really thoroughly so everything's good and even. Now we're going to grease our cooking pan and fill our casserole. Now we've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees and we're going to cook for about 50 to 55 minutes. Alright, our casserole's out of the oven. That took about 50 minutes. And we're going to top it with just a little bit of cheese sprinkled on. Again, we're using a mild cheddar. If you prefer something spicy, I'm sure that's a good option as well. Now that we've got a thin layer of cheese on it, we're going to put it back in the oven just to let that melt. Alright, all that's left is to give it a try. Wow, that is really delicious. Give this a try. Country ham and cornbread casserole, Martha White self-rising cornmeal mix, Harper's country ham pieces. I'm Brian Harper with Harper's Country Hams.